Hi, boys and girls. Thanks so much for coming to Story Circle. Today we're going to read this story, Ladybugs by Gail Gibbons. Find out some cool facts about one of our state insects, the ladybug. A flower gently sways in the breeze. A small bug is looking for food. It's a ladybug. Many ladybugs fly and move about looking for food. They eat aphids and other insects such as scales and mites that are harmful to plants. A ladybug is a beetle. The hard outside of an adult ladybug's body protects its soft insides. A beetle, boys and girls, is an insect with a hard outside covering and two sets of wings. Now, boys and girls, think about another beetle that we have studied this year. Another beetle that is special to Tennessee, one of our state insects, an insect that we have a special population of in the Great Smoky Mountains. I'm thinking of the firefly. Yeah. Here is a ladybug's body. Like other insects, a ladybug's body has three main parts. I bet you know what they are, boys and girls. The head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And in this picture here, you can kind of see what the ladybug's body looks like underneath its wings. Do you remember what these hard wing covers are called? Fireflies have them too. Those are called elytra. And the elytra cover and protect the delicate flying wings of the beetle. Look at all these different kinds of ladybugs. Ladybugs can be many different colors and sizes. Some are as small as the head of a pin. Others can be as large as a child's fingernail. Most are some size in between. They live on 6 of the 7 continents. Friends, I bet you can tell me which continent does not have ladybugs. Yep, that's exactly right. Antarctica. Many scientists believe there are about 5,000 different kinds of ladybugs around the world. They also believe that there are about 475 different types of ladybugs in North America. The most common ladybug in North America is this one right here, the 7-spotted ladybug. Keep your eyes peeled for any of these other unusual kinds of ladybugs when you're doing a nature walk. Here we have the stages of the ladybug's life cycle. Ladybugs mate in spring and summer. A ladybug finds its mate by scent rather than sight. About 1 week after mating, the female lays her eggs. During the next week, the eggs turn from yellow to white. If you watch the video that Mrs. Moyer sent you, you will see that that is exactly what happened. And there was one or a couple of eggs that weren't fertilized, and they stayed yellow. After a few days, the eggs are ready to hatch. The thin shells begin to split open. The ladybug larvae crawl out. They eat their eggshells and begin eating aphids. One larva can eat about 30 aphids a day. A larva eats so much that its outside covering becomes too tight. The outside covering splits and is shed. A new, larger outside covering takes its place. Boys and girls, do y'all know what that process is called? We've talked about that with other insects. That's molting. Yeah. The larva continues to eat and get larger. It may molt 3 more times before it is fully grown. After molting for the last time, the larva attaches itself to a safe place using a sticky liquid at the end of its abdomen. Very interesting. If you watch the life cycle video, you can see that process happening. Really cool. The ladybug larva is now called a pupa. We remember that's the rest and change stage of the insect's life. Outside, the covering of the pupa is becoming hard. Inside, the ladybug pupa will continue to develop. It will not eat or move during this time. Rest and change. Now the ladybug pupa begins to split open its hard covering. Head first, the ladybug pulls its body out. The ladybug's body is pale and soft and has no dots. Its body slowly hardens. Its two delicate, transparent inner wings, which will be used for flying, extend to dry. Then they slip back under the hard outer wings for protection. And those are called, what are they called again? Elytra. Elytra. Remember, fireflies have elytra too. In about 1 hour, the ladybug is ready to live a ladybug's life. Dots begin to appear. Soon the adult ladybug opens its hard wings and unfolds its flying wings. The ladybug lifts itself up in the air. It will spend its life going from plant to plant, eating aphids and other insects. Danger! Oh boy. A ladybug has many enemies, including birds, frogs, and other insects. It has 3 major ways to defend itself. Its bright color is nature's warning to others that this insect may be poisonous or just taste bad. We've heard about that with some other animals too, haven't we? When a ladybug is attacked, its leg joints ooze a yellow fluid. Can you see this yellow fluid oozing out from the joints in the ladybug's legs? It has a terrible smell that keeps enemies away. A ladybug will also pretend to be dead, and then the predator will lose interest, especially frogs. Frogs like to eat things that are alive, so they will ignore a ladybug that's playing dead. Ladybugs must protect themselves from cold winter weather. Thousands of ladybugs find a safe, warm place, such as under a rock or nestled under leaves. Look at them gathering there. So that is how they spend the winter. What is that called? Yep, hibernation. Like other insects, ladybugs are cold-blooded. Their body temperatures are controlled by the air surrounding them. They become active again when the temperature rises to about 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So, we're definitely in the time of year now, aren't we? Look at this daffodil here. That's a good sign. Well, we'll start to see lots of ladybugs wandering around again. Gardeners and farmers have always been against insects that damage their plants and crops, but they appreciate ladybugs because they eat plant-damaging insects. In the late 1800s, many crops in California were attacked by destructive insects. Farmers were desperate. When lots of ladybugs were released into the fields, they ate the destructive insects. Within a year, crops were thriving again. Farmers' friends, right? I think that was one of our clues from our mystery box, right? When farms became larger, farmers began to use poisonous pesticides to kill plant-eating insects. With time, some farmers realized that those pesticides could be bad for the crops because they damaged soil, polluted water, and were harmful to wildlife, including ladybugs. Today, agriculture experts are finding safer ways to protect their crops, which includes using ladybugs again. You can order a big box of ladybugs to put into your garden. Isn't that a cool idea? Organic foods are grown without using chemicals. Many plants have ladybugs helping them to become insect-free and grow into delicious foods that we can eat. Ladybugs are beautiful to look at and interesting to watch, but they're also important insects that help the environment. Well, thank you for coming to Story Circle, friends. Let's see if we can find some cool facts back here. It takes about 1,000 ladybugs to protect an acre of plants. That's a lot of little busy workers. An adult ladybug can eat about 100 aphids and other tiny insects in one day. A ladybug's inner wings, those little delicate flying wings, beat 85 times per second. Ladybugs can fly about 15 miles an hour. Ladybugs are also called ladybird beetles. That's usually what they're called in Britain. Ladybugs can swim. I did not know that. That's cool. Some ladybugs have no dots or patterns. And depending on the kind of ladybug, some can live for about a month, while others can live to be 2 years old. How about that? Well, I hope you enjoyed that story about ladybugs. Thanks so much for coming to Story Circle.